and the topic is called noble qualities of a preacher. The new topic that we are going to discuss is called noble qualities of a preacher. What is the meaning of noble? What is the meaning of noble? Noble, if you are a person who never tell lie, you are having a noble quality. If you are a person, you are helpful to other people, you are having a noble quality. Noble qualities are qualities which are expected to be there in people. Nobody wants you to be a liar. Nobody wants you to be a cheater. Nobody wants you to be an unjust person. These are not noble qualities. Noble qualities are those qualities which are honorable qualities, which are respected qualities. Now, what are the noble qualities that are needed in a preacher? That is what we are really going to check now, and then we'll finish it very soon. First thing that you as a preacher should have is piety. First thing that you should have as a preacher is piety. What is the meaning of piety? Piety means devotion. Piety means, simply it means devotion, or Hindi we can call bhakti. Piety. Okay, what is it? If you are a preacher, you should be a person who believes in the person who you are preaching about. If you are preaching about God, if you are preaching about Jesus, you should be having that piety or devotion towards God. If you are a person who never prays, if you are a person who never, sit in God's presence, how can you become a preacher? You should be having devotion towards God. And if you have devotion towards God, you will have that relation with people also. I told you, remember, while we were discussing about love of God and love for God, we were discussing about that. It is God word and human word. Your relationship with God matters, and it will show in your relationship with your people also. So piety or devotion, bhakti is needed. Okay. Next thing, mental and spiritual unselfishness. Mental and spiritual unselfishness. You understand? Oh, I am good in spirituality. I am a spiritual person. I want only me to be that much spiritual. I have the gift of healing. I have the gift of prophecy. I want only me to have that. No. If you have something as a gift or a talent from God, it is for other people also. Share it with other people. Share it with other people. Very simple things, okay, but very deep things. Mental and spiritual unselfishness. You as a preacher should never be selfish. I know these many things, but when I preach, I will not share everything. When I preach, I will not share everything because people will get more knowledge. No, I don't want that to happen. No, never do that. If you know one thing, if you know an interpretation, if you know a background, when you preach, tell it to the people. Third thing is hopefulness. Third thing is what? Hopefulness. Sometimes what happens? You go for ministry, you go for preaching, you preach, and then you say, oh, these people will never change. I am preaching for this many years, and these people are never changing. It happens in churches, it happens in your ministry area, it will happen. If you are doing children ministry, if you are doing adult ministry, if you are doing a youth ministry, church ministry, whatever ministry you are doing, it happens. People say, oh, I try to preach to these people and they are not listening to me. They are not changing their heart. A preacher should never become hopeless. You should always be hopeful. Why? Because you are not preaching something that is false. You are not preaching a story. You are preaching divine truth. You are preaching about God. And for sure, God will change the heart of the people. People will change one day or the other day. So always that hope should be there. Don't say, oh, I am preaching to sinners. All these people sitting in front of me are sinners, will go to hell for sure. No. You should always be hopeful. Hopeful. Fourth thing, exercise natural gifts. Exercise natural gifts. We are not talking about spiritual gifts and all, okay, here. We're not talking about prophecy. We're not talking about speaking in tongues, gift of healing, gift of interpretation. No. We are talking about natural gifts that God has given to us. When you are preaching, you should be thinking very clear. Some people, while preaching, they will say, oh, I forgot what I was saying. Because they are not thinking properly. Strong feeling should be there. Imagination should be there. Forcible utterance. What is the meaning of forcible utterance? Strong way of speaking. If I speak it properly. Utterance means mere muh se nikalne wale shabd, the things that are coming out of my mouth, uttering. It should be clear. Doesn't matter what kind of voice you are having, but it should be strong. You should have clear thinking, strong feelings, good imagination, forcible utterance. Without that, you will not be able to convince people. Without that, you will not be able to become an effective preacher. These are noble qualities. Next thing, knowledge. What is the next thing? Knowledge. We discussed already. Acquiring as much as possible. Acquiring as much as possible. But not just acquiring, storing also. Not just acquiring, storing also. Now, let me give you this one example. You went to the market, and today when you went to the market, you saw, oh, the vegetables are very cheap. Vegetables are so cheap today. Oh, fruits are also very cheap. Let me buy. I'm talking from an example from your family, okay? Let me buy. Okay, for example, today you went and you bought so many vegetables, so many fruits, and then you came home, you opened your fridge, and then you saw there is no space. Half of the vegetables you kept inside, but half of the vegetables you are not able to keep. Okay, you thought that let me keep it outside only. Next day, when you entered your kitchen, you saw the vegetables that were kept outside, most of them got spoiled. Most of them got spoiled. Smell is coming. It is not useful anymore. What you do? You have to take it and throw it in the dustbin. Why? Because you acquired so much, but you are not able to store it. You are not able to store it. This happens in Bible colleges. You will acquire a lot of knowledge, but you forget to store it. How do you store it? You store it by studying it again and again, by reading it again and again, by meditating it again and again. Many people say, this one thing, today I am going to read 5 chapters of the Bible. They say, okay. Some people never read, no problem. But then people who read, they say, today I am going to do what? I am going to read 5 chapters. No, that is not needed. If you are reading only 1 chapter also, if you are understanding that chapter deeply, that is what is important. That will give you knowledge. When you open the Bible, when you read 1 verse, each word should talk to you. Each word should talk to you. When you read that the Lord is my shepherd in Psalms 23, you should understand why it is called the Lord, why it is used Lord in capital. What is the meaning of that Lord? Why psalmist is saying Lord? And then he is saying my. He is not saying Lord is our shepherd, or Lord is their shepherd, or Lord is the shepherd of Israel. But psalmist is saying my. Why is he using that personal thing there? Shepherd. Why is he using shepherd? Why he did not use the Lord is my God or the Lord is my Savior, the Lord is my Father? Why he particularly used shepherd? Do we read the Bible like that? No. We read the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be, he makes me lie down in green pastures. We just go so fast. We just go so fast, but then each word will talk to you if you stay in that verse and stay. Many people, we don't do that. We keep a target. Okay, today I will read 10 chapters. I will finish the Bible in 10 days. So that is not required. If you want to be an effective preacher, if you want to have the noble quality, stay in what you want to preach. Read again and again. Understand each word, whether it is a noun, adjective, pronoun, whatever form it is. Read it again and again. Stay in the word, understand the word, then move further. If you are a person who reads like that, the words will not leave you. It is written shepherd. Why it is written shepherd? I want to know more. You will stay. So these are the qualities or noble qualities of a preacher that you should have: piety, mental and spiritual unselfishness, hopefulness, natural gift exercising, and knowledge. I will see you in the next class. Thank you, sir. I hope all of you got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, meeting is over.